government, friends, guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Once again, I am making a report of the accomplishments of the city government for the past 10 months of the year. Despite the flooding that disrupted the economic conditions of a large portion of our population last June, I am proud to say that we now have recovered. A clear manifestation of this is the 10.98% increase in our aggregate income as compared to the same period last year. From January to October 2010, the city only had an income of 88,048,244 pesos and 42 centavos. For the same period this year, we posted an income of 97,717,746 and 34 centavos, or an increase of 9,669,501 and 92 centavos. From local taxes alone, we posted an increase of 12.87%. Meanwhile, the Permits and License Division of the Office of the City Mayor posted a total collection for the period of 60,132,044 and 54 centavos. A total of 4,831 business licenses were issued. This is aside from the 912 business licenses issued to vendors at the Mega Market and 145 at the City Arcade. Moreover, this figure is way beyond the 2010 performance, wherein only 4,455 business licenses were issued for the whole year. For the period, our two public markets, the Mega and the Arcade, posted an increase in its revenue collection amounting to 653,403 pesos, representing stall fees and business license as compared to last year. Another good thing is that the City Central Arcade has already completely paid its loan amortization with the Land Bank of the Philippines last February 2011. Thus, all its income and revenues goes to the coffers of the city government. To put law and order in our market, illegal structures and unauthorized extension stalls were demolished. Massive cleanup days for at least twice a month, aside from the regular cleaning activities, were conducted. Saturation drive against illegal vendors within the vicinity of Mega Market and the City Arcade is done daily. To protect the welfare of the constituents, we installed a timbangan ng bayan and confiscated defective weighing scales. There are also instances when hot meats were seized by personnel of the City Veterinary Office. And for the first time in the history of Cotabato City, we included our market vendors in our health program. They were given free AS1N1 and anti-tetanus vaccination by the Office on Health Services. Aside from that, we conducted a symposium on the economics in Islam, featuring right pricing, proper weighing scales, usury, and other related topics. This was undertaken with the support of the Darul Ifta and Ulamas in Cotabato City, led by Ustad Jafar Ali and Ustad Abdul Salam Alabat. As part of the regulatory function of the city government, a task force was created purposely to ensure that all business establishments and activities in the city have the necessary business licensure. In the course of their inspection, the task force found out that some 133 business establishments were operating without license. They were issued notices and given 30 days to comply with the requirements of the law, otherwise their establishment will be closed. Immediately, 53 complied before the expiry of the deadline, 57 complied after the establishments were padlocked, 11 opted to cease from further operating, and 12 entered into a compromise agreement with the City Treasury Office as to the schedule of payment of their taxes and penalties. Our campaign against the continued operation of unlicensed business establishments still continues. We believe that there are still a lot of them. Thus, we would like to call their attention to immediately comply because we will not hesitate to enforce the full force of the law. Parallel to this, our Office for Legal Services vigorously and diligently defended the city's interests against telecommunication companies who are consistently claiming for tax exemption. These efforts yielded positive results as manifested by the collection of real property taxes from the Filipino Telephone Company, the predecessor of Smart Communication, amounting to 5,679,426 pesos and 61 centavos. Talks are still underway concerning the real property tax delinquencies of the other telecommunication companies. Complementary to our revenue generation efforts, the Office of the City Assessor for the first 9 months only of 2011 has already posted a percentage accomplishment of 136.33% of the planned target versus their actual accomplishments. For the period, the Office of the City Assessor assessed more or less 12 million pesos worth of new real properties with a corresponding real property taxes for basic worth 141,697 and 46 centavos and 125,953 and 30 centavos representing the Special Education Fund. To increase the revenues, the increased revenues help us implement various development projects for our people. Presently, the City Engineering Office is busy with the completion of 31 various infrastructure projects. This includes construction of flood control, drainage system, repair of Kamasi Bridge, renovation of 8 daycare centers, repair of General Luna Street, development of the Tantawan Park, rehabilitation of the burnt portion of the and the perimeter fencing of the mega market. On November 23, work will start for the renovation of our City Plaza. By the way, we would like to thank in advance the Growth with Equity in Mindanao, or the GEM program of the United States Agency for International Development, for the funding of the construction of the boat landing building at the Bagsakan Riverside of Barangay Poblacion Mother. Work on the project will commence next week and is expected to be completed by the middle of February 2012. Meanwhile, the Department of Labor and Employment has given us support funds for the declogging of flood control drainage systems in the 26 barangays affected by the flooding. The dole gave us 660,000, representing 60% of the total project cost, while the other 40% was shouldered by the city government out of our calamity fund. Moreover, to mitigate the problem of flooding in the city, particularly in the low-lying barangays, the city government entered into a 76 million loan agreement with the Land Bank of the Philippines for the purchase of one brand new amphibious excavator, one brand new parabatory